I'm Gayatri, working as assistant professor in EC department at SNS College of Technology. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic series and parallel connected sources under the unit mission nodal analysis of electric circuits for the subject circuit analysis and devices for first year second semester. The introduction part. A source is a device which converts a mechanical, chemical, thermal or some other energy form of energy into electrical energy. In other words, the source is an active network element meant for generating electrical energy. The various type of sources available in a electrical network are voltage sources and current sources. Sources, which is voltage source, current source. Voltage source, it is classified into ideal voltage source, practical voltage source. Current source, ideal current source and practical current source. Voltage source, there is a device that generates an exact output voltage which is in theory does not change regardless of load current. The ideal voltage source have zero internal resistance. Practically, an ideal voltage source cannot be obtained. Sources having some amount of internal resistance are known as practical voltage source. Due to this internal resistance, voltage drop takes place and it causes the terminal voltage to reduce. The smaller is an internal resistance of a voltage source, the more closer it is an ideal source. The symbolic representation of ideal and practical voltage source is shown below. The first one represents ideal and practical voltage source. Current source. The current source is an electronic circuit that delivers or absorbs electric current which is independent of voltage across it. An ideal current source is a current source that supplies the constant current to the circuit despite any other condition present in the circuit. An ideal current source provides this constant current with 100% efficiency. The symbolic representation of ideal current and practical current is shown below. First one represents ideal and second one represents practical source. The ideal current source, which is having the constant current source irrespective of voltage or time. Practical current source. In practical current source, a current is connected along with a resistance in parallel. Due to the internal resistance effect, the current absorption will be reduced compared to ideal current source with respect to our voltage. For as well as an ideal voltage source, the ideal voltage will be constant with respect to our current. Whereas in practical voltage source, the voltage is connected, the resistance is connected in series with the voltage source, and there is a fluctuations in the voltage. So therefore the voltage will drops down with respect to our current. Connecting voltage sources together. The ideal voltage sources can be connected together both in series or parallel, the same as for any other circuit element. The series voltage adds together while parallel voltage have same value. Voltage source in serial. In parallel, the ideal voltage source can be connected in parallel provided they are having the same voltage. The connection of voltage source in series. The voltage source in series can be connected in two configuration, series aiding configuration and series opposing configuration. In this configuration, two voltage are added to get the resultant voltage. Series opposing configuration. In this configuration, the two voltage are subtracted to get the resultant voltage. For example, 5 volt and 2 volt which will be added together to give 8 volt, where in opposing configuration 5 volt and 3 volt it is subtracted, so it is having 2 volt. Voltage addition and voltage subtraction will be take place. Current source in series, the current source are not allowed to be connected together in series, either of same values or one with different values. Series connector current source added an unknown factor into circuit analysis, which is not good. Another reason why series connected sources are not allowed for circuit analysis technique is that they may not supply the same current in the same direction. Current in parallel. Connecting two or more current sources in parallel is equivalent to one current source whose total current output is given as algebraic addition of individual source currents. Current source in parallel can be connected in two configurations: parallel aiding configuration and parallel opposing configuration. In this configuration, two currents are added to get resultant current. In this configuration, two currents are subtracted to get the resultant voltage, resultant current. Where in the configuration, two 5 ampere current are combined to produce the 10 ampere of current. Where in the same circuit, which is in opposite direction, 5 ampere in the first figure, 5 ampere minus 5 ampere, the current will be 0. 5 ampere minus 3 ampere, the current will be 2 amperes. Assessment: in the case of ideal current source, they have the infinite internal resistance. A practical current source can also be represented as the resistance in parallel with ideal current source. The practical voltage source can also be represented as resisted in series with the ideal voltage source. Thank you.